still here? So I left and I DNF'd it. Christ, it fell so hard. God, I don't know. This bitch is heavy, my God. This dumbass bitch right here really thought that was gonna be 5 stars. Well, hello, welcome back to my channel. Jashana here to talk about some friggin' books. Books that I thought I would for sure love, that I perhaps did not. Just going over my 5-star predictions that I made, I think earlier this year, at the beginning of the year. I'm not real sure. One of them is a book that I thought was getting released this year. It didn't. It doesn't even have anything definitive for next year. So I'm not gonna wait for that book to come out because I don't know when it's happening. And that is Warrior of the Wind by Tsuyu Davies Okungbawa. I really liked Son of the Storm. I think I gave it 5 stars. If not, over 4. It was 5, right? I'm pretty sure. God, I don't know. But yeah, I just anticipate really, really liking that one. But time will tell still because it ain't here. The first one that I had on my list, at least I think, I don't know if this is actually in the order that I originally did it. It probably is. But first one I'm going to talk about is Heir of Novron by Michael J. Sullivan. Book 3 of the Riyria Revelations. I think when I made this list, I had already read book 1, maybe even book 2. And I didn't love those, but I just was like, ooh, the landing. He's probably going to stick the landing and maybe I'll really love it. But I found that the Riyria Revelations series, I enjoyed it, but it's not my favorite. It felt very different than the Legends series and the Rise and Fall series does. So I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. Definitely not 5 stars. I gave this 3.5 stars. So kind of a middle of the road. I loved the characters, and I still do love Michael J. Sullivan's like writing style, and I love this world. But some of the plot points and everything, it felt more like a debut series, which is what it was. This bitch is heavy, my God. Why am I struggling so much? Hello? Christ on a cracker. And next up was another Michael J. Sullivan, Nolan, because I hadn't gotten to this yet. It came out last year, and book 2 was coming out this year. It did come out. I read that also. But yeah, 5 stars. Thoroughly enjoyed this. Loved it. I cried. I got so invested in these characters, and yeah, just thoroughly enjoyed this all the way around. So yay! I had 1 so far. The next 2 I no longer own, so we can imagine what that tells us, right? The first one, though, was The Stationery Shop by Marjan Kamali. This one I thought I would love. Historical fiction, all the reviews and stuff, people were saying like how hard-hitting and emotional it was. I was like, hell yeah. I didn't love it. I did not love it. I gave it 3 stars. Didn't hate it, but nowhere near 5 stars for me at all. And then this one I thought would be 5 because the first book was almost 5. And I was like, first book, it was an adult series by an author that typically does young adult or new adult. And because I really liked the first one, I'm like, the second one is going to be even better. 'Twas not. House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. This dumbass bitch right here really thought that was gonna be 5 stars. I gave it 1 star. Jesus Christ. One of the books that I hate the most, I think, that I've ever read in my whole entire life. Just what even was it? So yeah, definitely a fail with that prediction. But you can see why I thought that, right? Because I really liked, and I still do like, House of Earth and Blood. I reread that one right before this one, and I was like, yes, it held up, still love it, has its issues, wasn't quite 5 stars, but like a fun-ass time, really solid. So I was expecting to at least really like House of Sky and Breath if it wasn't 5 stars. Christ, it fell so hard. And then the next one was one that I recently read. Well, tried to read. I read 60% of this, The Ladies of the Secret Circus by Constance Sayers. Historical fiction, but like with some speculative fantasy elements. And yeah, got 60% of the way in. I didn't hate anything about this. It was perfectly fine. I could have pushed through to finish. I just didn't care. Just didn't care anymore. I wasn't enamored with the writing. I wasn't really enamored with the story either. And I wasn't gripped by the characters. It was all just kind of there and like vaguely interesting, which is why I got to 60%. But once I got there, I was just kind of like, I don't really care. Why am I still here? So I left and I DNF'd it. And the final one that was on the list, I didn't know when this was coming out. And when I initially did this list, I just had Untitled, a new series, start to a series by Shannon Chakraborty. And the book is The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. And yeah, it didn't come out this year. It's coming out next year, but NetGalley e-arcs were available, and as soon as I saw it, I put in that request, and I got one, and I read it, and I fucking loved it. 5 stars for sure. Oh God, I'm so excited for this book to come out, and I hope people like it. I really hope they do, because I love it. I think a lot of people will really like it. It was just so fucking fun. Oh God, and I love Amina, and I love all the characters, and the fucking cat. Paya Sam, love it. So there ended up being 6 books available on this 5-star predictions that I could have read and did read, or at least tried to, because one of them I did DNF. So yeah, 1 DNF, total fail. 1 1-star, which I think is an even worse fail. Because had I finished Ladies of the Secret Circus, I probably would have given it like a 3-ish. Like, it was fine. It was a thing I read, like maybe a 2.75 or a 3. But yeah, House of Sky and Breath, utter fail, because 1, I thought it would be 5, and it was 1. And then Stationery Shop and Heir of Novron, both like 3, 3.5. Ladies of the Secret Circus would have been had I finished it. So like about half were like, meh, they're okay. They're all right, you know. And 2 of them were solid 5 stars. So not great stats there, but you know, it's me. So I'm not surprised, because I find I'm pretty bad at guessing what books are going to be 5 stars for me. But also because I can be really stingy with 5 stars. And like I feel like weird things. I mean, we all have our things. We all have our personal things that work or don't work for us. And so it's like that one little thing where I'm like, nope, now it's a 3. When before it might have been a 4.5 or something. Anyway, there we are. Is anyone surprised? Let me know. Do you tend to be good at predicting what books are going to be 5 stars for you? Are you maybe just more generous with 5 stars? So it's like way easier. I think that's the thing, is if you are pretty generous with 5 stars, it's way easier to predict a 5-star read. When you're a little stingy, like I tend to be, for whatever stupid reason, I don't know why, it's harder. It's harder. Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined and you have not already. Or just pop a little emoji to say hi and let me know you're watching. Ma'am, it is okay. I don't know if you could hear that, but she is like, whoa, like howling. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.